Can you see my highlight? No, because my lighting is bad. Hey guys, and welcome back to an episode of Kirby's Kitchen. And once again, it might not be a Kirby's Kitchen, but more of a Kirby's project. Today, I'm going to try and make Japanese style cheesecake. Cheesecake is probably one of my favorite desserts. I love cheesecake so much. I've made many different variations on cheesecake: chocolate cheesecake, brownie bottom cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. I really like cheesecake. For your ingredients, you're gonna need cream cheese, canola oil, or you can use corn oil, milk, cornstarch, 2 separate measurements of sugar. I'll explain how much, 3 eggs, and lemon juice. For your materials, you're gonna need a bowl, boiling pot of water. You're probably gonna need a whisk at some point. I have my electric mixer. I think I'm gonna need both. A rubber spatula and a round cake pan. Now step 1 is gonna be wash your bowl, because your mom decided to use it to make salad and now it needs to be cleaned. Now I have a pot of water heating up to boil on the stove to create a double boiler. In that time, feel free to prepare the rest of your ingredients, like separating your eggs, because your eggs need to be separated. I put my egg whites in this bowl and my egg yolks in this bowl. There are 3, but I broke one. I'm not good at separating eggs. You're probably better. There's 3 yolks, I swear. And that sound is my water preparing to boil. All of the measurements in Epipastry's recipe are in metric units. I'm from the US. I don't know what that means, but I've taken the liberty of translating it just in case any of you are also from the US. But if you are from a place that uses metric, which is the rest of the world, thanks America, I will also put the metric units. Now the recipe calls for 40 milliliters of canola or corn oil. Translated, that's about 2.7 American tablespoons. Something like that. So I'm gonna do 1 full tablespoon, 2 full tablespoons, and the last one I'm gonna fill it about 75% of the way. That should be about right. Now I've put that into my big mixing bowl because this has to be melted with the cream cheese and the sugar. The recipe calls for 125 grams of cream cheese, which roughly translates to 4.4 ounces. I have an 8-ounce package here, so I'm just going to be using a little bit more than half. And just put that in with your oil. Next, you're going to need 25 grams of sugar, which is about 2 tablespoons. And once again, put that into your bowl with your oil and your cream cheese. 1, 2. Now let's take this over to the stove to our double boiler. So you're just going to take this, put it right on top, and allow everything to melt. Now once it's done, it's going to look something like this. You're going to take it off of the stove and put it on the counter. Be careful, it is very hot. It might not come together like this. You might see some separation. That's totally normal. Everything will come together once you add your next ingredient, which is 60 milliliters of milk, which is just a little bit more than 1/4 of a cup, but it's about 1/4 of a cup. This is where you're gonna need that whisk. You're just gonna add in your cold milk and whisk until it's as smooth as possible. There we go. It'll look something like this. Nice and really, really smooth. And the reason you want your milk to be cold is because next we're adding in our egg yolks, and you don't want to cook your eggs. You're going to add your egg yolks in one at a time, whisking in between, getting it as smooth as you can. Getting everything to be really, really smooth is key in this cheesecake, it would seem. This is my very broken egg yolk. I'm just gonna go in with a clean finger and get out as much as I can. Now you're gonna want 30 grams of cornstarch. Some people in the UK call it corn flour, I believe. That's about 1/4 of a cup in US terms, and you're gonna wanna sift it because once again, everything needs to be super, super smooth. Now you want to add your lemon juice. It is 20 milliliters or about 1 tablespoon and a teaspoon. There's cornstarch in my hair, I know it. Now's the time that you're gonna wanna take your hand mixer because we're going to whip up our egg whites. I'm gonna try to do it in this bowl, see if it works. And also you're going to need your second measurement of sugar. It's going to be 50 grams or about 1/4 of a cup. The reason it's the same as the cornstarch is because the density of sugar and cornstarch are different, so they turn out to both be 1 cup, even though one is 30 grams and the other one is 50 grams. We're just gonna whip them up until stiff peaks form, and you're gonna add your sugar gradually, not all at once. Now, I didn't want to record the entire process of me whipping up the egg whites because it takes a while, about 5 to 7 minutes, but your peaks should look something like that. Really small, stiff peaks. Now you're going to take your whipped egg whites and you're going to very gently fold them into your cream cheese mixture. I'm gonna do it the way that Epipastry did it in his video, which is it takes 1/3, plop it in, and you can use your rubber spatula to mix, but he used his whisk, and I honestly don't know, and I want mine to come out very similar, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And you're just gonna very carefully fold it and just add another third and another third until you have fully incorporated everything. So now you want to take your finished batter and put it into a prepared cake pan. Epipastry recommended 18 centimeters. I have 20 centimeters right here, which is about 8 inches. It's an 8-inch pan, round cake pan, and it is prepared with butter and coated in flour so that the cheesecake doesn't stick. I'm just gonna pour everything in. Okay, got it all in. Now you're just gonna tap it to get out all the air bubbles. And then you want to bake it using the water bath method. Put it inside another pan that has hot water in it. Boil some water. You're just going to pour it into your pan. And now you're just going to bake your cake in the oven at 150 degrees Celsius, which is about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, for roughly 90 minutes or an hour and a half. That lighting continuity though. So I'm going to come out and say right now, I don't think I did this right. Mine doesn't look like Epipastry's. His was very tall and jiggly and pretty, and mine is not. It's kind of flat. It might be that I messed up my egg whites because I did kind of flatten a little bit. I might have left it in the oven too long. I did leave it in the oven while it was cooling down because I was too lazy to take it out. So it might be all of that. I'm gonna try this again in a very long time because this was really hard work and I don't feel like it right now. But I'll try it again eventually and I'll see if I can do better. For now, let's just taste this one. I honestly don't think it's gonna taste that good either. I just cut the smallest piece and this is what it looks like. Let's see. Oh my god, that actually tastes pretty bomb. It straight up tastes like cream cheese, and like not in the way that an American cheesecake tastes like cream cheese. It's not very sweet. Straight up just tastes like cheese. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Kirby's Kitchen. Next time, hopefully I can do one of my own recipes and it'll turn out a little bit better than this. But hopefully you like this video. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.